Over here in the upper right, we have our Protoss player. He is
InCa.
InCa. And now, the bottom left side of our mini-map, we have our Zerg player. Will he make it?
Kyrix.
A lot of guys cheering for him in the audience, at least today.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's true for our viewers at home.
Cheering for Kyrix?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few.
It's got to be someone.
I'm sure all the Zerg players are cheering for him. There's not a ton of Zergs, nor is there a ton of Protosses in the top 16. It's a very Terran heavy.
Is it about 8 Terrans now? Off the top of my head?
I don't want to say an exact number, but yeah, I think it's something like that.
Something like that. So high chances we'll at least have a Terran in the finals.
Yeah. It happens quite often, in fact.
As it turns out.
Yeah. As it turns out, every single finals.
Yeah, I was just thinking over that. We never had a finals that didn't have a Terran.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're going to see some offensive cannoning.
That's the InCa we know.
Yeah. And the drone coming out, realizing something is amiss. What's going on?
We don't see the second pylon, though.
You know, the way that his probe was moving around, that's what gives it away. When you see him, like, sneaking around, he's looking around, he's like, kind of like, hey, where am I going to put these cannons?
Now let's see if he actually gets away with it here.
Not sending any more probes. Normally when you do this, you send another probe. Good old position.
Denied.
Attacking the drone. He's going to have to bring more drones down immediately.
Uh-oh, this is so bad for InCa. Mass cancel.
Yeah.
No.
His probe is taking too much damage.
Drone there at the expansion.
A drone does beat a probe in StarCraft 2. You just attack them into each other. And is this probe actually going to do that? Nice.
That's pretty smart.
This is actually, yeah.
That is so smart. He's making an evolution chamber. Kyrix is so sick.
Yeah. You know, sometimes if he wasn't walling in completely, this could have turned out really good for Kyrix. Sometimes they'll do this, and then as you kill it, they'll rush to the front with Zerglings as the Broodlings pop out. But it's a very uncommon rush. Protoss has to be kind of unawares for it to
He may just let that finish. Yeah, he will.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
It's going to pay for itself for that rush.
Buying a lot of time. Kyrix in a great spot right now.
I'm sure InCa's regretting not playing a more standard game.
Yeah. Well, you know, InCa loves his cannon stasis. That's why, of course, you have the man crush on him.
Yeah, I know. He's got those sexy cannon rushes.
He's got those stasis cannons.
Yeah, man.
Will InCa... Looks like InCa just gonna...
Nice. Kyrix is pretty beastly this game.
Yeah, just some very robust play. Blocking that third pylon just in time. And very quick on his feet thinking. Right now, we do have 27 drones against 25 probes. He's doing a good job there.
Doesn't look like he's done cannon rushing. Made a pylon up there, and it's been spotted as well.
Wow.
Oh, poor InCa.
InCa just cannot buy a hidden pylon or a sneaky cannon in this game.
No, he cannot.
No.
He never gets the opportunity to try to get one of those off.
Kyrix doing a great job keeping his Zergling counts up. I mean, his drone counts up, sorry.
Well, you can only try to cannon rush so many times. I mean, right now, InCa's tech tree is completely screwed up. Yeah, everything is late. Nothing's going to feel natural as he tries to play this game. Nothing's going to finish at the right time. And he's got to really play this by ear from here on out.
Yeah, now I wonder, what's he going to do from here? Is he going to hit some sort of timing push? Is he going to try some macro play, maybe take the 12 o'clock expansion? He has walled himself completely in, so that may factor into his plans.
I mean, if I was him, I'd try to take the 12.
Yeah, I would definitely push across the 12 because, you know, that's the third base of Kyrix is kind of near there.
Yeah.
And in fact, a very quick robotics. Interesting. Kyrix just keeps popping out drones. Really great job there. He's already up to 44, even more making against 35 probes. Superior economy so far.
Well, now the question is, how will Kyrix capitalize on this? He's already bolstered his economy to an insane amount. Now, where does he go from here? Does he text the mutas, throw up more evolution chambers? A lot of different stuff he can do.
And our Protoss player, Robotics plus Twilight Council tasteless.
What do you
the
think?
Twilight might possibly be just for upgrades and a later on Blink. Or a slim possibility of High Templar. No, it's not going to be High Templar, never mind. So it looks like that might just be for attack upgrades. Of course, attack upgrades on Colossus are so good, sometimes people do get the quick Twilight Council to get that +2, and then +2 does start. So it looks like it's going to be probably a Colossus Stalker build with upgrades. Whereas Kyrix is already up at 62 drones, looking pretty darn solid. But no creep spread yet.
Well, it looks like he saved all of his larva inject mana, or used all that up instead of spraying the creep.
Yeah.
And his economy is going to be so sick. I mean, this is pretty intimidating. Look at that third base. That is rich with drones.
Indeed it is.
And Kyrix, probably since that, the denying that even that additional pylon, probably had a big sigh of relief as he says, okay, I've got this. All I got to do is not make any mistakes.
All I got to do is play a perfect game.
Gotta play a perfect game. No, but seriously, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, just don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything rash or impulsive.
He's doing a great job of that, too. You know, he's getting that Spire, as we see, taking this fourth base, and just scouting. You know, he has Zerglings all over the place at various expansions. He's got Overlords set up in good places. Took the Zelmaga Watchtowers, scouting the main base with an Overlord that the Stalkers are chasing away. Things are going Kyrix's way.
What a cool game this is.
Yeah.
I don't know if, honestly, if InCa can really recover, though. I mean, Kyrix is pretty damn good. He's one of the best GSL Zergs we have.
Yeah.
And as good as InCa is...
You know, InCa just got reasonably far behind in the early game, but he's still going to have some strong push timings.
Yeah.
Kyrix, on the other hand, he's going to have to, you know, the game isn't just one for him. He's going to have to get the right unit compositions, Roach, Hydra, Ling, Corruptor, in the right numbers to take out what he sees from his opponent.
Yep.
You know, if there's a ton of Colossus before he moves out, he's going to need more Corruptors. Otherwise, he's going to need more Hydras.
Zerg is at 144 supply with Protoss at 116.
Yep. And in fact, InCa's getting ready, and I do not approve of the way he's going to do this, Tasteless. I don't approve.
Yeah, I would.
It seems completely wrong. He's going out through the front. I really feel like he should be going through that back hallway. It's a free third base, and it goes right up to Kyrix's fourth. And if you take over that area, suddenly Kyrix's third is under siege. But, ooh, Kyrix with the tech switch. In fact, he's not going to go for Corruptors. Instead, Mutalisks. Blink is almost done. More gateways being put up.
Uh-oh, here come the mutas into the main, taking out probes.
Oh man, losing any probes at this point is not good.
Blink not done yet. Double kill there. It's like GoldenEye and Nintendo 64. Because, of course, only real men on that game played License to Kill.
Yeah, I like License to Kill in that game.
License to Kill was better.
It's pretty fun.
You know, there's just almost no way for InCa to recover from this. I'm just sitting here scratching my head saying, well, what can the guy really do? Well, not much.
Canada isn't going to do very much.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
This is what happens when you see two high-level players, but one has gotten so behind. Will Kyrix ever in a million years let Xerix, like, you know, back
Xerix?
out? Excuse me, Kyrix.
You're like making up new IDs
I
for him?
mutated his name. We already had Xenex, and Kyrix actually made Xerix. Yeah, I mean, there's really any way he's going to let that happen? I don't think so. I believe Zerg. Yeah, Zerg is maxed out now.
Again, it's just 130. Yeah, it's a fearsome army for Kyrix. But, you know, if he just lets InCa max out, you never know. You know, you control your army poorly one time, and suddenly Protoss is at your doorstep, and you're trying to remake your army, but you just don't have enough. Good amount of Corruptors out there.
Yep.
Muta's still being pretty good harassment units. You know, Psystorm is being researched for InCa, but he's stopped the Mutalisks.
I'm surprised he's constantly hitting Guardian Shield every time he sees Mutas. Guardian Shield isn't what's going to drive the Mutas out, it's just the presence of Stalkers.
Yeah. And switching over to Psystorm, it's pretty decent because obviously it's very good against Mutas. But I'm a little bit scared for him. You know, of course, the Corruptors are going to feel sad when there's nothing left for them to kill.
They're obviously
going to take out those Colossi pretty easily.
Does he have Broodlord tech?
Not yet. He is getting a Hive just now, though. So a Hive is on the way.
Interesting to see him stay on layer for that long, but I guess it makes perfect sense. All right.
InCa's going to want to warp in a round of Zealots. He's using a lot of his gas on Psystorm.
Pushing about 150 supply.
Psystorm just finishing up now. And here we go, Tasteless. Good Psystorms, and he may crush right through this army. There are a lot of Corruptors out, and they're going to take out all of these Colossi, but then the ground army is still quite fearsome indeed.
And all the Corruptors are going to be either killed or chased out.
30 roaches being produced right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, now the big question is, when Zerg remakes his army, can Protoss deal with that? And here's what we have right now.
30 roaches. Here's the thing. If you're going to go for a High Templar switch, you need to have Immortals. Because it will kill Hydras dead, the Psystorms with Stalkers, but roaches can actually weather it out. You know, you get burrow and burrow movement, you actually can weather out Psystorm with that.
Yep, absolutely.
So he's going to really need to switch over to Immortals from here, or those roaches may just be too deadly.
Nope.
But, ooh, InCa with double expand Tasteless.
Pretty good. I know he's not maxed out yet. He wants to make more units, but he is going to make a lot of cannons. Now Zerg can attack again here. He is maxed out, so...
No Greater Spire being created yet. Kadarin Amulet on the way. Hydra's being added for Kyrix.
No creep over here on the...
Yeah, Kyrix doing almost no creep spreading this game. In fact, I don't think there's a single tumor on the map. Yeah, there's not. Nice warp in. If he can take out that hatchery, that is Tasteless. He is doing everything he needs for a comeback.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely 100%. No doubt about it. Going to get that hatchery. Boom! What is going on? Meanwhile, another hatchery killed. Can InCa do this?
Awesome blink in there. Taking out 2 hatcheries. Will Kyrix just counterattack? There's only 124 supply for InCa right now.
Well, Kyrix has to counterattack as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he certainly should. I mean, I don't think InCa can actually fully hold it right now.
The question is, does he know that?
It all is going to come down to Psystorms and Photon Cannons.
Ultralisk Cavern on the way. There's a considerable amount of SP and gas. And by the time this attack is done, the Ultralisk Cavern will be done as well.
Tasteless, here it comes.
It's
Those
happening.
Corruptors completely useless right now, aside from the Corruption spell. Good Psystorms. They're going to have to land all over those Hydras. And InCa's going to want to retreat.
There's too much.
Fall back to higher ground for now. I can't believe he just let all those Stalkers die. He could have blinked away.
I know. He seemed to be so much shocked that actually that was the number of units that his opponent really had.
But he's going to do some High Templar defense. I'm sure this recalls a lot of you StarCraft 1 days. Cannons and High Templars holding off Zerg swarms. And here we go. The Hydra's coming in.
He's using those Corruptors to tank some of the damage. I don't see this expansion staying alive. Here's some
High Templar flank.
Nice. Only 3 Hydras and a Roach left over.
Looks like he may lose those Archons, though. A lot of Roaches on the way. InCa just over-expanding here. Got a little bit too greedy.
He's just coming in here and wrecking his opponent. And this expansion should be taken out. That's going to leave one more base for InCa.
We have a lot of Ultras and Roaches being made. The Greater Spire almost finished.
And, you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, InCa's doing a great job of hanging on, but all the Zerg has to do is keep making stuff, and he's doing just that.
Yeah. 150 supply against 100.
Nexus
And
goes down.
kills the Nexus. Archon comes in, and it looks like he will be able to clean this up. Archon tanking a lot of damage, dealing a lot as well. Should not be re-expanding there.
Yeah, that's overdoing it.
Realistically, the top right, or bottom right rather, would be a better place.
You got an Ultra in this. Now the Stalkers have relocated. No chance of Colossus coming into play with those Corruptors on the map. And all he's got to do now is take out this one last base. Can InCa hold it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And some Broodlords coming here too.
Yeah, the Broodlords are actually the icing on the cake. You need a large number of Psy Storms along with Stalkers to actually deal with that. He just doesn't have either. And here we go. An attack on the last expansion of InCa.
Stalkers coming up here to try to snipe the Ultralisks and doing a pretty damn good job at that. Morai Templars called into the group. And as you can see, he just runs right up the ramp.
You don't want to fight roaches like that.
Yeah.
A lot of damage in.
The roaches are tough units. InCa doing a good job. I got to hand it to him. He's double expanding right now. Can he hold this base? Round number 2 has started, but there are Broodlords in the group. And we don't really have anything to deal with Broodlords. He could Stalker, blink underneath them.
But even if he blinks, the Hydras and Lings are going to do a lot of damage as well.
Yep.
Good micro back, trying to take out all of the units here, aside from the Broodlords, so he can actually go take care of them.
Yeah.
Broodlords alone, not all that good. But InCa, he's on his last legs. There's almost no money left.
And, yep. This is pretty rough. Kyrix, you know, there's a moment where it looked like InCa was going to come back, but Kyrix was so ahead.
Yeah.
That even a big mistake like that, Kyrix could bounce back from.
The Broodlords, they're just too much. InCa, I think just kind of composing himself, realizing, I don't have anything. This is not working out. 143 supply to 89.
Well, it's a desperate situation. I mean, we've all been there in games like this where you're just like, oh man, I'm still alive, I'm barely in this. But Zerg's bases are still rich with minerals.
And I think we'll be seeing GG any moment, Tasteless, as the last mining nexus for InCa is about to fall.
No way to repair that, no way to
Can't lift it
get it
off.
back. Yep.
Can't transfuse it. But
And
Tasteless,
that's it.
if you chrono boost the nexus, it regains its shields quicker. Little tipsy tip for you.
Now, oh, that's actually very interesting. It didn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that is the death of InCa. InCa has no base with money on them. No real way to reclaim any terrain.
Yep. Nothing left. He's at 25 supply. He's got really nothing.
You can see the frustration in InCa's face. GG.
Well, you know what's really interesting to me about that game, Tasteless?
What?
Is that if InCa hadn't taken the low ground expansion, he would have held.
Yeah.
He would have absolutely held that bottom right expansion. He had that choke point to sidestorm things trying to attack up the ramp. Could have made more cannons there. And he was fighting a lot on low, even ground. You want to have the high ground. You want to have those extra hits, that better concave, that small choke point caused by the ramp. He got too greedy taking those two bases.
Yeah,
if he
he
had
did.
taken the bottom right main and the bottom right natural, then I believe he would have held all of that, and we would still be watching an awesome game.
Well, you know, when he lost the Cannon Rush, both of them, he tried to make a second pylon, the Evolution Chamber and his expansion, I think he was just like, oh my god, I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I think he lost hope. He didn't take the right base. You're absolutely right. And that's, you know, it's important. If you're behind, know how to turtle. Know how to expand to the right locations.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
His crisis
Never give
management just was not good
No.
enough. You do not want to be battling on open ground. Protoss is all about picking the places that you battle. That's why Force Field's so good.
He could have easily controlled 12 o'clock
Yeah.
with force fields and storms, then slowly moved out, continued to use the warp prism, and done harassment there. There's a moment where he killed 2 hatcheries.
Yeah. Yeah. From there, if he hadn't taken the low ground and the high ground,
Yeah.
just take the high ground, take the expansion behind it, and it's going to slow Kyrix down. He's on a hiccup. He's on a road bump. Just keep on warping in your high Templars. Hold your position. And he would have had a lot of units, man. I feel like he almost could have taken the game.
We're going to go pull up the interview now, so let's go ahead and see what Kyrix is feeling. Let's check it out.
한준 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
한준 선수 지금 굉장히 피곤해 보여요. 정말 어렵게 경기를 했는데 그런 만큼 또 남다른 소감이 있을 것 같아요. 기분 어떠세요 지금?
힘이 완전 다 빠져가지고 너무 좋아요.
This is very tired now, but of course he's very happy.
가장 힘들었었나요? 개인적으로 좀 마지막 경기가 힘들지 않나 하는 생각을 좀 해보는데요.
글쎄요. 송주현 선수에서
네.
하필 저글링으로 인구수 200을 채워버려가지고 어이없게 좀 한방 싸움에서 밀려버린 바람에 어이없게 역전될 뻔했어요.
네. 그 순간에는 진짜 이 역전이 되는 거 아닌가? 다시 이제
When playing against InCa, yeah, Ro32 these Zerglings he feels like, so he did lose that initial battle, but of course he's happy he managed to win the
사실
game.
딱히 그렇게 뭐 높이 올라가고 싶은 마음이 없기 때문에 그래도
그렇습니까? 자, 근데 16강에서 또 이정환 선수가 지금 기다리고 있어요. 이 선수가 지금 16강에서 동족전만 아니면 자신이 있다. 또 김홍준
So he's not very sure he can get that high in the GSL, but he's going to do his best to try to get as far as possible.
다 자신 있어요.
별다른 뭐 전략 같은 건
And he says he's very confident against Protoss.
네, 알겠습니다. 자, 그리고 마지막으로 팬들께 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요. 앞으로의 포부와 가복.
Do you have anything to say to your fans, Kyrix?
전 시즌에서는 너무 좀 어이없게 강타를 해버렸는데 그래도 이번 시즌은 제 실력이 닿는 데까지 열심히 해볼 테니까 지켜봐주겠습니다.
I know I got knocked out pretty easily last season. I promise you guys this time I'm going to do better.
한준 선수 만나봤습니다.
Well, there you heard it from Kyrix. He's confident he's going to do better. I'm sure he will. He looked pretty slick in these games.
I mean, hey, man, he's round of 16. That is no easy feat. So many huge names have fallen into the up and down matches. Our top 16 doesn't look like any other top 16 that we've really had yet.
No.
A lot of underdogs in there.
True that. Well, guys, it was a pleasure commentating these games for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please spread the word about the GSL, as we always ask you to do. Thank you, Intel and G-Skill, for making this event possible. And Artosis, you have anything else to say before we throw up the match results?
No, Tasis,
No?
you pretty much summed it up.
I'm
I'm
good
a
at
happy
that.
guy. We had great games.
I'm a summarizer.
Everyone better keep watching the GSL.
Please.
The round of 16 is going to be really good.
It's going to be pretty
I
sick.
can't wait to see the matchups. I think we're going to show them in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to get those up for you guys in a second here. I can't believe Marine King Prime is out.
Yeah, I can't believe all the players that are out.
I know.
I can't wait till the up and down matches. They're going to be great.
It's going to be insane. So as you see, that's going to be Zenix Kyrix. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this
It's
guy's
going to be
name.
against any pro prime. So he's happy to have a Protoss, no doubt.
Here we have
SC
Foyu. Who's he going to fight?
Protoss. TSL.
Silky Sue.
All right. Excellent.
Now we know
5
what everybody
Protoss,
says.
4 Zergs, and that would leave 7 Terrans, I believe. Right? 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Pretty good mix, actually.
Yeah, not bad.
I'm quite happy with that. We did good, Tasteless.
We done good.
Yeah, we have a good mix in the round of 16.
Well, I'm just still in shock with how many upsets we've had. But upsets are
know.
good. It's okay for the landscape of who's good and who's on.
Yeah.
Maybe not on top to change.
These new players, they're rising up, and this is
They deserve it.
This is the season of lessons for our top name players.
Well said.
Guess what? No matter how good you are and how much better you are than people one season, if you don't practice every free moment and do your absolute best, you will be knocked down.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, San Zenith, I'm really beginning to wonder what's going to happen with this
Is
guy.
that guy going to win the GSL?
He's like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to beat and snare boxer and ST in one day. It's like pretty scary. All right, in case you forgot, let's go ahead and get today's match results up on the screen.
We had TSL Trickster, aka Sokisu, and Any Pro Prime advance from a group that also had the BlizzCon World Champion MVP Genius and TSL Fruit Dealer. Or Fruit Dealer's second up and down matches in a row. Then in Group H, SC Foyu and Kyrix Zenix excuse me, take out OGS InCa and Marine King Prime. We I can't believe Marine King is out. It's so weird not to have him up at the top.
Yeah. Moving on to tomorrow's Code A matches, which we casted with me and Kelly. We will have
I'm Lucira against August. Liquid Huck against Revival. Ooh, that's going to be a lot of fun. ST Virus against Ganzi. And Zenix Coca against Lee Knock Foyu. You guys better all tune in tomorrow. Can Huck make the top 8 and enter the up and down matches?
Oh my God.
Oh, I hope so, Tasteless.
And of course, with our next Code S matches, which will be done Thursday, Standard Korean Standard Time. We normally do it starting at 6 p.m.
MC against Byun. Jinro against Hongun Prime. July against Clyde. Oh my. Czech Prime against Nada. These are some amazing matches. I can't wait. Oh my, Tasteless. I wish I could just fast forward the clock.
I know.
I want to fast
Where's
forward
our
it
time
exactly
machine?
to Huck's match, and then fast forward it again to the next day of Code S.
I'm loving this
Forget
tournament.
free time, Tasteless.
No free time. No one needs to sleep. You can sleep when you're dead. Just go ahead and get all those matches up.
I don't think it's the same. I think sleeping's probably preferable to being dead.
Yeah, but you can do that later on.
All
You
right.
can wait.
All
No
right.
sleeping. StarCraft 2.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. I don't believe there's anything else left to cover. Did we do it?
No.
I
Maybe
think so.
cover your feet if they came out from underneath the blanket, because
Stay
then they
warm.
get cold.
Yeah.
Lose a lot of heat through your feet.
Yeah. And through the head.
That's right. Wear
Top
a
of the
hat
head.
outside. Always wear
Hat
a hat.
keeps you warm.
Socks in your shoes. Don't ever wear shoes without socks.
Oh, that's just bad.
And
It
now
makes
everyone's
your feet
like,
smell.
What about Crocs? Don't wear Crocs.
Those things look silly.
And
what are
they're
you
not
gardening?
safe on escalators either.
All right. Guys, again, thank you for joining us. We pretty much did it. Tomorrow will be myself and Kelly commentating Code A.
Yeah.
And, of course, after that, we have another day of Code S with Tastosis, Tasteless, and Artosis. So, again, thank you for joining us. And for Artosis and myself, we'll see you guys tomorrow.